I used to stay up all night trying to find my place, chasing neon lights and looking for some kind of trace.
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I am doing this a little bit different. I don't have my face shown here in this video, only because it's a crazy day and I don't have time to do both, and I'm not really that presentable. I really need to do something with my hair. And to be honest, I just wasn't comfortable getting on camera. But I absolutely love doing my weekly check-in, and I love doing it with you guys, and I definitely want to make sure I get this done because credit cards got to get paid. If I want to keep it paid off every time I spend money, because I have the cash to pay it off, I got to make my check-in and I've got to pay it off. And that is what we're doing today. We're just covering all the numbers and all the things. So if you're interested in seeing how I do my weekly check-in and where the money moves are, because this is Money Move Thursday as far as I'm concerned, I'm renaming it Money Move Thursday because this is when I do most of my money moves for the account, except for paydays. I do money moves on those days too, but for my weekly check-in, it's a Money Move Thursday, and I do that every Thursday. I am counting this as a no-spend day. So far, it's almost 4 o'clock. I'm not going to go out. It's 30 degrees outside. I'm not a cold weather person. So I am not going anywhere unless I spend on Amazon, which I am trying to resist that temptation. Today is going to be officially a no-spend day. So I'm encouraged that sticker is true. So I'm going to push everything off till Friday because my husband gets paid on Friday. And I did put a lot of stuff in the Amazon cart though. I have to admit, there's stuff sitting in there. I haven't hit the purchase button yet. I want to go over it with my husband because it's creeping over $150. But it's just some stuff that we've talked about and wanted to get, and is this the right time to do it? As well as I need a few groceries tomorrow. It's payday, and I need to get, Sarah Marie stickers on Friday the 18th, and I think for the whole weekend, she has a mystery kit that she's selling, and I have my cart full of her stuff as well because she released her 2023 annual stickers for like annual budget, annual sinking funds, annual everything, and I use those stickers because they're so pretty and lay them out in my notebooks and do an annual budget as well. And I like to reflect back through the months to see how well I stuck to the budget. Was I close? This year's gonna be wonky because I moved. We'll see. So enough chit-chatting and enough of all that. I need to get into the weekly check-in. Now, to save time, because obviously I chatted too long, I wrote down all of my expenses because, as you can see, it's a long list. It's not as bad as, like, let's say last month. Let's see if I can find last month's where all of it was like covered. It's still bad, but this past week from here to here, I have a couple no spend days and it kind of thins it out just a little bit, but it's still a lot of stuff. So there's that. So I'm going to zoom you in and go ahead and let's go through all the numbers. I will show you what I spent, a little bit about what I spent, and I have broken up my unbudgeted, what I paid out of what account. One was sinking funds, one was checking account, and all the things because money's just going everywhere, but everything is being taken care of. I'm very thrilled with that. And then I have done a lot in my sinking funds this month, and I'm doing a closeout for sinking funds. So at the end of this month, look out for that video if you're wondering how I was able to pay for a lot of this stuff and where the money was coming from and how I keep track of my sinking funds and as I do my budget. So we will go from there, and I'll show you that a little bit here in my unbudgeted, where it came out of that. So here we go. Put this off to the side because I don't need that one just yet. I'm going to zoom us in so you can see everything. Okay, so here's my key off to the side. These are the colors I'm using. Pink for grocery household, that's what we're going to start with. So I have over here, let's see, Gotta find it real quick. Okay, $35.44 from Meijer. It's just our regular grocery store. I probably just bought a few things there. $48.20. I forgot a few things at the store, so I went back to the store. And then, and here's where I bought the meats for the week, because I was going to do it over the weekend, but my husband couldn't decide what he wanted. And I wasn't sure what I was going to fix this week, so we've been kind of winging it a little bit, but that's okay. $78.98. We're making it work. And then Amazon, I did grocery household for $43.02. I bought, this is so funny, my husband loves chili. And I hate going to the store and they only have like 2 or 3 packets of this Carl Shelby chili. So I can buy a box of 8 boxes of this Carl Shelby chili and on Amazon for the same price and have it delivered to my home as I can at the grocery store. So I was like, I wonder if I can do the dark red kidney beans that he likes in it with it as well. So I did, and I bought 12 cans of those. So I've got plenty of that for the winter, for the rest of the winter, and that'll last for quite a while. He takes them for lunch during the week and has them at work. It's an easy thing to heat up, and he enjoys that. So I ordered that stuff and a couple other things that were considered groceries and household items, supplements and stuff. Let's see. The next thing I got was $52.70. I got 77 and 75 here. I think I just wrote it wrong because I just wrote this. I'm a little tired. I didn't sleep good. I have neuropathy in my feet, and they were painful last night, so I just could not sleep. And the reason why I'm not really on camera is because I took a nap today, and I'm not really, all with it right now. So I do apologize for that. So $52.75, and that was at Meijer grocery store. Some milk and some biscuits and dry goods stuff. And then Walmart for $87.55. Now I stock up on those little cartons of orange juice for my son. He prefers to use those instead of pouring straight out of the jar because he has trouble. If I buy an orange juice container, he has trouble using the cups and only filling it up part of the way. For whatever reason, he just always fills it up full, and then he wastes product, and he doesn't like to waste product. And so we have discovered this trick that if he has those little cartons, he drinks exactly what he wants, no more, no less, and he doesn't waste any of the orange juice, which is the cost, worth the cost of paying a little bit more to have those cartons. So we're not throwing away more than what we're actually using. And I appreciate him coming up with that idea. So I love my kid. He's awesome. So that is that it? I see 70. Why do I have that twice on here? And where did I get that from? I have no idea. I told you, guys, I am tired. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have no idea why I wrote that twice. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm just tired. If there's a problem with the math and the rest of the budget, I will figure that out off camera, and I will let you know in the next weekly check-in. But for now, we're going to work with what we have right here, and that should be good enough. All right, so we are going to use our calculator, and we're going to go ahead and, oops, I need to get on camera here, total this up, so I'll be right back. Okay, with this zoomed in so close, I don't realize where I'm putting everything, and I have to write on this side. So here we go. $345.94 is what we spent in groceries, and I will double check why I had that written twice, because somehow earlier my math came out right, and maybe I'm missing a transaction that I don't realize. I don't know yet. But there's one other place I can check. I do keep transaction log, and I did have to go back and fix my transaction log or my spending log or whatever this thing's called. This is where all my credit card spending goes. Let's see. Here's the $52.75. There's the $87.55. And this was one Walmart receipt here. I have it right here. I have all my receipts right here, so we're good to go. And $87.55. And then the Meijer receipt. Oh, part of this from Meijer, I have, this top part was all like Christmas stuff that I got. Meijer is like a grocery store and department store, just like Walmart, but nicer. I like it better than the Walmart. And then this down here is all the grocery and drugstore stuff that I keep in grocery household. So I separated the two right there, so that works. And then Amazon. Okay, so that's grocery and miscellaneous, and that's this right here from Amazon. So that's already accounted for. That's accounted for. So I'm not sure what I did, because I'm not seeing any other purchases that would do that. So apparently I have all the numbers right. I just added too much to this one column. All right, moving on from there, restaurants. So let's go over here for restaurants. And starting with this one. Now this here is starred to remind me, because I actually paid it before I did the weekly check-in. I just went ahead and paid it finally. I had to wait for the transaction to clear to know how much my husband put a tip on this. It was $11.39, and he added a $6 tip, and once it cleared, then that $6 was included, and now I have that taken care of. So, but it's counted in this weekly check-in, so the numbers would balance out right. And then, so that is already done. And then $23.58 was our pizza luncheon. It was a buffet pizza. It's called Giovanni's. It was okay. It wasn't anything great, but we were out shopping for work boots for my husband, and this was like right next door, so we just thought, we're hungry, it's lunchtime, we got lunch. All right, Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to go apparently, and we enjoy it a lot. And I placed an online order and picked it up because for whatever reason I could not find it on DoorDash. But if I found it on DoorDash, I probably would have spent $20 more than what I did here, so there you go. Do apologize for my voice. It's just one of those days. All right. Then on Saturday, my husband and I drove to Cincinnati from where we are in Kentucky, which is about 2.5, or exactly 2.5 hours from our house. And they drove 2.5 hours south from Toledo, and we met at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and had lunch, and we're there for 2 or 3 hours at the restaurant at Longhorn Steakhouse. So $15 of this is the tip for the waiter. That hilarious guy, amazing, wonderful guy, from Cleveland, which was kind of cool, because my husband's a Browns fan and a Guardians fan, and the Cavs, whatever, basketball team, and so he loves those teams in that area, even if we can't get to watch most of them on television, especially the Browns. He's so mad about that, but that's okay. So we were there, and it was just great because this couple was our marriage mentors from our church in Chesapeake, Virginia, when we lived there, and we all went to the same church together, and basically we got on the interstate straight up. I think it's Highway 75 or Interstate 75, went straight north and then exited right there at the shopping center, and they came 75 south and straight there. So it was very easy to get to it. It just took 2.5 hours to get there, but they were amazing, and we had the best time ever. Love those people. All right, enough about stories. Papa John's, on the way back, because we got home about 7:15, I ordered Papa John's for my sons, and it got delivered to the house, so I didn't have to worry about them and feed them. Normally Papa John's is a Friday night thing, but because we knew we weren't going to be home, I asked them if they'd swap Friday and Saturday meals, and they said yes, so that was awesome. Love them for that. And let's see, what else have we got? We've got last night. So today's the 17th over here with the no spend day. So again, Buffalo Wild Wings, when my husband wanted to go out, they have this certain, it's a bourbon beer. I don't really know. I don't drink alcohol, period. I don't enjoy it. My palate doesn't work with it. My husband, on the other hand, he's a connoisseur of beers from around the world. He's not a heavy drinker. He's not an alcoholic or anybody that drinks and parties and gets drunk. He rarely gets drunk to where he has hangovers or anything like that, or drinks heavy enough to do it. He just enjoys the taste of beer. So he wanted a couple of beers. So we went out to Buffalo Wild Wings. They have this craft beer, and he wanted a couple glasses. I'm like, okay, we'll go there and get, for some reason we're addicted to their fried pickles at this one restaurant. It's amazing. Love them. I don't know why, it's a thing. But we had Buffalo Wild Wings, and we tipped the lady $15 there as well, just above the 20% threshold. And hopefully that blesses her, and she is blessed with the extra dollars. So there we go, because it was kind of slow when we went in the middle of the week. You know, I like going when it's slow. It's less difficult for my husband to go out when there's not a lot of people at the restaurant, and we go early in the evening. So now miscellaneous. I really try to keep miscellaneous under control. Really tried hard. But I did 5 chiropractors, and there's nothing on here miscellaneous on this side. It's over here. All right, so I went to the chiropractor a 5th time, and I prepay for 4 at $69. So I go once a week now, and I went twice in 1 week. So anything above the 4 that you prepay for is $10. So that's what that is. I just put it under miscellaneous. I could have put it under, I didn't want to put it under copay because I don't really want to throw that off. And this is self-care, not medical to me. So chiropractic has saved so much pain in my life. The guy that I have now is amazing, and I really enjoy seeing him, and he helps me and my husband. We go on date days right after church to chiropractor so we can start our week off right. And so yeah, that's what we do there. And then I did a big purchase on Amazon. We got frustrated Friday night when we came back from Longhorn Steakhouse because at 7:30 our smoke detector batteries were beeping, like all of them. And I didn't know when we bought the house, the original smoke detectors that came with it were all connected on one kind of thing. So if one has a low battery, then they all beep. And it was just the most annoying noise ever. And I just could not stand it. And so we were changing out all these batteries. Well, first of all, I had to run to the store and buy batteries, and then you never have 9 volts when you need them. And then not all of them took 9 volts. Some of them took AA's and AAA's, because we also have our Vivint home security system that has carbon monoxide and smoke detectors that we have purchased. We just hadn't taken the old ones out in the system. So we're like triple covered. It's hilarious. And so we went and bought batteries, and then we bought a battery case because I want one place to put it all because I couldn't find all of them. Oh my gosh, it was just a thing, and we were running around crazy that night. So this, I don't even need a calculator. It's 95, 55. Oops, there we go. And we got that on Amazon. It actually just came today. It looks nice. It was a $30 case. It holds like 200 or 300 batteries, small and big, including the little round ones, not the itty bitty ones, but the disc ones. And I think it's awesome. So I can't wait to fill what we have in it and then start stocking up and buying more. So that's going to be great. Now gas, because we went out of town here, we filled up the gas tank in my Armada, which you know is never a fun expedition because guess what? It's a lot of gas. So that's $54.26. And then over here, I filled up again on Monday for $66.71. So that's done. Oops, I forgot to check that off. All right. I'm getting better at checking off as I go. All right, so those two, let's just total that up real quick. Am I on? Am I on? Here we go. 54.62 plus the 66.71. That's $121.33. And then what else do we have? So we have the unbudgeted. So I have Sarah Marie stickers. Now I just filmed a video. I don't know if this is going to go up, or I think this is going to go up before my Sarah Marie sticker video goes up, because I just kind of show off all my stickers. Yeah, I bought so many stickers. $175 worth with 15% off. So, and got some freebies and things like that. So I'm very excited about that. I'm ready for January and all the January kits that I got. That's just, yeah. But I'm paying this unbudgeted out of our checking account, because we have the buffer in the checking account, and that's fine. And then my husband is working on his master's degree, and he wanted Grammarly to get the best papers possible that he could do. And so he got like it's like quarterly, 3-month thing. This is his last class. This is what they call, I think, the capstone class. But anyways, this is where he's writing his thesis. I can't say it. Thesis paper to graduate with a master's degree. And he is so pumped. He's so excited. Not just because it's his last class and he's tired and he's done, but he's just excited to do the research and the work and really get out there his thoughts and feelings about this, and completely changed his mindset. I think it's great that he's done this, because this type of what he's working on is completely different than his job. He is an IT by design from the Navy. He is hands-on training only and no college education for IT work. But he was thrusted in from a radioman to an IT when the rates merged, and he just learned how to do it on the fly. And he did it for 20 years, and he's still doing IT work now, but he's doing it in a science lab area. And so he's learning environmental while he's there, and he's doing this environmental class, and he's getting a master's degree in fish and wildlife conservation, environmental science. So this is a really big deal to him, so he's super excited to get this and hopefully transition out of this job into his dream job. Even though he's getting ready to turn 50 next year and he's still looking for that dream job, he is living the dream, and I am so proud of him for trying and doing and pushing and persevering through this. And I think his tech side and this environmental side put together is such a golden ticket for anybody who is looking for somebody like that. It's just really, really neat, because it's an odd combo that most people just don't have. So anyways, I'm just doting on my husband here. I do apologize. Gotta do it every once in a while. So that and the Sarah Marie sticker. So $175.98 plus 60, and that's $235.98. My husband does support my sticker habit, and he does not mind at all. Though I'm sure he kind of goes, ouch, every time I spend it. So, but he loves me, so he knows this is a hobby. He knows this is what I do, and I used to film them. I might film them again. I haven't decided yet. But we'll see in the future. So the next thing I have is my unbudgeted for sinking funds. Now, I typically don't track on a log or a sheet my sinking funds purchases as a spending tracker. I just track it, the total back here of how much I spent. But I add to it every month, and then I, go ahead and spend. And then I put the total here, but I don't have a transaction log or a spending tracker for my sinking funds, because rarely do I have a lot come out of my sinking funds. I have one more transaction coming out on the 21st, and then at the end of the month I should be done spending out of that savings account. But I wanted to make note of what I spent. We went to Meijer, and I bought Christmas stuff I showed you on the receipt. That was $68.97, and then I went to Hobby Lobby and spent $181.79. I got these huge artwork pieces for Christmas to hang up in our house, and just to bunch of stuff to add to our Christmas decor. I'm really excited. I don't do a lot of Christmas decor stuff. Typically, I do usually just keep it to my living room and the room we kind of sit in the most with the tree. But I want to kind of do the whole house, and my family's kind of going, no, you can do the kitchen and the living room and the dining area. That's it. So boys are like, don't touch my room. I'm like, okay. Can I put a tree in your room? No, you can't put a tree in my room. I'm like, oh man. But Hobby Lobby is having 60% off sale on a lot of their Christmas stuff, and all that was 60% off, and I was just really thrilled with that. So, and then lights were 25% off, so that's what I got. So $250.76 is what I'm spending out of my Christmas sinking fund. I decided this year it's just for decor, not experiences, not gifts, because gifts, I usually get sent cash for my adult sons that still live at home, and then for us and everything, and we just kind of buy our own. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to buy new decor stuff because it's a new house to us, and I'm excited about that. So now that we have all the numbers, whew, it's a mouthful. Oh, before I go on, you'll see this oil change. I did do this oil change here on the 16th, and I bought a car battery. $324.57. I am not counting it in here. It's sitting on the credit card along with my son's PlayStation 5. I had the sticker up here and I took it off. I'm going to wait until I actually go to pay for it and then put it in that I paid for it, because it doesn't make sense to leave it here if I can't check it off. And I'm just going to balance it forward to November or December. So, but I am waiting till this payday to pay this oil change out of the buffer, the checking account, which I do have enough in the buffer to do that, because I don't have a maintenance fund, though I'm seriously considering revamping my sinking funds and adding a maintenance fund for that. We have a 9-year-old, almost 9-year-old vehicle, and no, it'll be 10 years next summer. And then a 12-year-old, I guess. Yeah, a 12-year-old vehicle as well. So, but they're paid off and well maintenance, so they run well. Weekly check-in. Now we get to this page. Here we go. Are we on here? Yes, we are. There we go. All right. Now that we know how much we spent, we can take these sticky notes and we can just write them down. $345.94. I really wish I known what I did wrong here and why I had 2 listed. Did I not even total up these guys? Or did I forget to write the total? Okay, there you go. 247.52. If I forgot to add it up before, now you know what it is. And I can put that right here. 247.52. And that's for restaurants. There we go. And then I'm already in the negative numbers here. So, and that's miscellaneous. So miscellaneous. I'm just going to take the 58.15. And I had to fix that because I was $25 off. I didn't give the right budget number when I did this and carried it forward. So it's supposed to be 58, not 33. And then I'm going to add the miscellaneous of $95.55. And I think I'm $3 over. You're not even seeing that on the here. Jeez. $3 over for the month for miscellaneous. So hopefully the second half of the month I won't spend in that category. Everything's going to have to go unbudgeted, and we're just going to have to make a decision. So we're out of money there. So that's 156. Why did I do that? I'm ahead of myself. I told you I'm not right today. First, let me put down what I spent. Miscellaneous. 95.55, and then I will total that again in a second. All right, gasoline, I got 121.33, and they were 0 copay and medical prescription stuff. Though I do need to call the pharmacy and have them put a couple prescriptions in tonight. for my son and myself. So I will be doing that after I get off here. But so far I haven't paid for anything. Now we get to do the numbers of how much is going to go. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Trying to get this all on camera. All right, so I'm going to total this up and see what my balances are and go from there. Okay, so there you are. I did all the math. I just went ahead and went through all of them, and you can see the results here. I still had $174.32 or 23 cents here in grocery household. I'm negative in restaurants, which is going to affect next week's, which you'll see in a minute. Miscellaneous, I'm over budget. I'm done for the rest of the month, so I'll have to make decisions as I go when we spend on miscellaneous stuff for the home, or for us randomly, so we'll see. Gasoline, I have $135 left and 98 cents. We should be good. I got a full tank of gas and the other day, and my husband's pretty good, so that's going to be way more than what we need. So I'm just going to leave all that extra money sitting there to compensate for the overspending in the other areas, even though it won't cover it completely. At least I know the cash is there. And then I still have $52.22, which will be wiped out, I know, from my prescription, because I have an over $40 prescription for an inhaler I need to pick up, and for the winter because of my asthma. And then I also got to get my son's prescription. Shouldn't be more than $10 or something like that. I can't remember for that one. So grocery households for next week. I need to pull up on my computer here. All right, for week 4, what we're going to do is take this total, $174.23, and we are going to balance that forward with $400, and that gives us $574.23. That a lot of that could probably compensate for some of the groceries and the restaurants, but there's still 2 weeks left. Today is the 17th, so we're just over halfway in the month. So that's got to last for the rest of the month. So we have 30 days minus 17. That's already happened. So I still have 13 days left. Or we have 2 weeks, so it's $574.23 divided by 2 for 4 adults. It's $287 for 2 weeks. So we might have to use all that for the groceries and household. I did get extra cleaning supplies, and that's what some of the grocery stuff, the Walmart this past week was. So yeah, we'll see. Restaurants, we are in a negative. So I did plan $100. So now we're only over budget by the $30.27. So any eating out for the rest of this month is going to go over, because we're already over halfway through the month, but we'll figure it out. We'll just make decisions as we go. Miscellaneous, again, over budget. I did plan, let's see, $150 for eating out there, and or not eating out, $150 for miscellaneous. So that does give me, if you look at that, if I take $150 away from that, it still leaves $3.70 over budget for the rest of this month. Anything else that we do, if I do, I would just have to do unbudgeted out of the checking account, and that will be tracked in the unbudgeted category separately. I'll still work it out here and show you guys here, but I won't be putting it here just because I didn't think I needed all these, and I wanted to track prescription copay, and I didn't want to confuse myself. So I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. So $135.98 is what I had here, and I add $50. So that basically gives me $185. You had 3 and 5 there, so 85. Easy math, 98, 185.98. And then prescription copay, that just balances forward because I'm not adding to it. Though now that I've said that, I probably should add to it because I do have some things I need to add. So I'm going to add, let's say, another $50. So that would make $102.22. And I want to put it in my spreadsheet here so I can remember. I added $50. And that took the math out of there, so we are good to go there. So far, I still have money left over at the end of the month. I don't want to get too far into spending out of the buffer the checking account, because what's left over at the very end of the month will go into savings and just thrown into emergency fund. It's just where I'm putting it as a holding place until I decide something else to spend it on. So that is my weekly check-in. So far the numbers are running correctly with my spreadsheet. I do have to go back and figure out why I put one transaction in twice and see how that affects my spreadsheet and the budget and the bank account, but I'm not going to do that on camera. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Lead me out of darkness, give me a little faith, something to make me stronger, someone who could light the way. Then you came to me.